morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. It's like 10 o'clock here. Well, yeah. Duh. I just thought I would give a couple minutes, see if we get some more people logging in. I need to get my stick. Hello, hello. So I usually in my videos do transfers from my iPad. Today I'm gonna use paper because I just got a printer and it works. So we're gonna do something different, which is kind of fun. Okay, so transferring our patterns. I've got all my stuff out. Let me just get, oops. This up on my computer so I can, there I am, joining from my computer. Then I can see your comments. Okay. We ready? So I have that cut out. We'll do that in just a minute. All right. First things first, we need to cut our fabric. I do not do anything special to cut fabric. So if you want to do this a different way, feel free. This is how I do it just because it's easy. I'm gonna be using an 8-inch hoop. So what I do is I just set my hoop down on my fabric. I give about 1 inch or 2 on each side and just cut around it. Okay, so I'm going with this lighter gray Kana cotton. So if you're using a thinner cotton, you could do like a double layer on it if you wanted. So it's a little bit thicker. Kana cotton, I would not recommend doubling. It's pretty thick already. So putting in our hoop. So depending on what kind of hoop you have, I'm gonna use one of these plastic ones with a with like the edge inside. What's it called? Okay, so if you're using a bamboo hoop, I like to use a pencil or something and mark the middle on the inside loop, because sometimes if you move it like this, where like this used to be at the top and now it's over here, sometimes it'll make it so that you have gaps. So keep your middle in the middle. These plastic ones don't matter. They'll stay round. So the inner hoop goes underneath and then the outer hoop goes on top, just like that. And then we'll tighten and stretch our fabric. So I do it pretty tight. I mean, just like semi-tight, and then pull out. So I hold my fingers on the inner hoop here and pull the fabric all the way around. So this is still really loose. So I'm gonna tighten it some more. We want this fabric as tight as we can possibly get it. The tighter it is, the easier you're gonna have with your stitches. It'll keep all your stitches looking nice so you don't have any puckering in your fabric. So just get this as tight as you can. These ones are really easy to tighten. If you're using a bamboo hoop, get out your screwdriver or your pliers and tighten that. So what we want, do you hear that drum? Like that's how tight we want it. We want it like drum tight. Okay, so there shouldn't be like, if I rub my fingers around, like there's no indent, it's nice and flat. And then I'm just gonna trim the edges a little. I like to keep 1 inch because that's how I close up the back of my hoops, but I'm not gonna cut this perfectly. I'm just gonna cut these corners off because they'll get caught in the thread while we're stitching if I don't. So just trim that a little bit, and that's what we're left with. And I forgot to get a pen. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so if you don't have a printer, you can transfer right from like a tablet. Let me just get in here really quick and pull up the pattern. Hold on. Okay, so if you bring up the pattern, oh shoot, that's a little harder. So you're gonna wanna get it to the right size that you want. Turn your brightness up all the way. It might be easier to do like a screenshot and save it so that then you can get it to the right size and it'll stay. The PDF won't stay. So like if you do, make it a little smaller, do a screenshot, and then you have a picture so you can like make this bigger or smaller, depending on what size you need. So what I usually do is I will do, like I'll lay this on top, or this way, and get it to the size that I need, like that. Can you see that? And then lock my screen. So if you have an iPad, if you triple click, you have to have it turned on in your settings, but it's called guided access. And then you can freeze your screen so that you can't touch it. It won't move. So then it won't move around while you're trying to do that. So anyways, if you want me to go through that again, let me know. I've talked about it a lot in my other transfer videos, but this time I'm gonna do a paper transfer. So what we're gonna do is we've got our pattern here. I'm gonna put it on here. And then I'm just gonna use a little bit of tape and just so it stays nice and snug, just because I don't want it moving around. So I'm just gonna tape it down. Oh, see, I could have trimmed off a little bit more on this. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our pattern there. Can you see that a little bit? So I'm just going to hold my hand up against this where I'm gonna draw, and just draw the pattern out. So I didn't put everything on here. I just did the house outline. The details we will add as we stitch. So just keep your lines as straight as you can. This is running out of ink. Hold on, I hate when they get like this. I gotta grab my other one, just a second. If those pens start to get like that, then they are more likely to leave ghost lines. So I'm gonna move to my marker because I can't find any more pens. So I'm just gonna draw this on. So my fingers are still behind, just pressing up where I'm drawing. Oops, that wasn't super straight. I thought it might, I've never done a house on cotton before. I've always used Aida because Aida has the grid, and so then I can make everything straight. But I've had a lot of people requesting that we do a house stitch along, and I thought, perfect, let's do a haunted house, because if things are crooked, that's okay. It's a haunted house. It can be crooked. So I'm trying to get it as straight as I can. Like, the lines on the pattern are straight, but drawing it is another story. Okay. Oh, see, that's not straight. Do you have any questions while I draw here? Whoop. So I'm not even going to draw, like, I have a double line drawn here, but I'm just going to draw one line because you really don't need that double line. If you're using a regular pencil, which you definitely can, just make sure you're drawing very lightly. Those lines are not going to erase. So make sure you're keeping them a very light touch and keep it right on the lines, because so that you can stitch right on top of them, because they will not be erasing. See, so like this detail in here, I'm not even going to draw those loops. You can, but I'm not going to, because I like to keep my drawing on here as simple as possible, because then my threads get to kind of be in charge of what we're doing. So same with right here. I'm not gonna draw that detail in there. We'll just stitch it when we get to it. You definitely can. Don't let me stop you if you want to, or if you already have. So same with that one. I'm not gonna draw in the detail. Okay, I'm also not going to draw the slats, whatever, the bars on the let's see, let me see my picture. So we've got those two, and then we've got that one and that one. So then I'll just stitch those when we get to that point. I just don't want to create more lines than I need to. We've got our porch. Some little cinder blocks to hold up our porch. Oh, there's one more over here. And then our steps that are falling apart. Okay. We've done it. That's it. So then we can just take this off. And then you have a coloring picture, a coloring page for your kids or for you if you feel like coloring. Okay, so that's all I'm going to draw on there. Once we get stitching, keep your writing utensil handy because when we're working on stuff like up here, we're gonna do, we're gonna draw like these lines in here when we stitch this. So we'll draw lines as we go, but I feel like it just makes things really messy and confusing. So you don't need to draw in all of those lines until we get to stitching because we just want to keep this as clean as possible. Yeah. Okay. Any questions before I let you go? Super short video today. Get your patterns on there. Oh, look. I didn't start at the top. Hello. That's fine. It'll matter when we when we frame it, but that's fine. It's fine for now. So anyways, let me know if you have any questions and we will start stitching on Monday. And I am so excited. I'll create a list of a plan of what stitches you can plan on seeing and what colors I think we'll be using for that. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on this weekend, and then I will post that probably Sunday, so you have an idea what to plan for the week. All right, let me know if you have questions, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.